No.
Just, you know, when we're all together like this, we got to document it, you know?
You know,
Yeah.
it's really an upset to leave your house
Oh.
one room at a time or any time because it
His
just,
eyes really
everything has to go in the other room. We
I know what you mean.
had to send the piano to storage.
Oh my gosh, really? So you have to pay a piano moving fee and everything?
Oh.
Oh, that's horrible. The date is 1996.
Alexander Sheldon Hardy.
Alexander Sheldon Hardy. Got daddy's middle name, huh?
7 months, a couple of days.
Wasn't Sheldon your grandmother's maiden name?
No.
Or Sheldon was Al's middle name?
Sheldon was my dad's middle name and also my grandfather's middle name. My dad's there.
The legs too.
I told you to start crying as soon as we stopped.
Okay, the back of his legs are all Hi Moo. Hi Moo Moo. Hi Moo Moo Bear.
I think he usually just writes a check.
Yeah, and another problem with
You do it. Why are you coming? You're doing this. Did it fall apart?
No, we bought this last weekend at Costco to fix this, but I didn't have time to finish it.
Oh,
I see.
so now you're finishing
It's
it?
going to be another manual check to write.
All right.
I am Robert Brewer Jr. I have to say that I'm impressed at the tremendous show of support shown by those of you today and by those who have called and helped out in so many ways over the last few days. This serves to remind me of what my father always taught me and demonstrated throughout his life, that the highest satisfaction is only attained by helping other people.
I am Bob Brewer's oldest daughter. I'm Mary Elizabeth. And the night that Dad passed away, I was talking with my children, Mark and Julie, and they shared with me that they were thankful that their grandfather had taught them millions of things. This is how I feel, too. I will always remember Dad teaching us millions of things. I'm Jenny, I'm the fourth youngest. I'll be reading an email from my brother Nate, who happens to be in the Philippines right now. Our family spent 6 wonderful years in the Philippines, and Nate's there now. Upon hearing of Dad's passing, he emailed us to say, being here in Manila somehow doubles the impact for me. Here I am 1,000,000 miles away, and yet everything about this place reminds me of Dad. The whole Filipino style of the place reminds me of Dad. The culture, the smells, the heat and humidity, the 30-year-old memories and the whole Filipino style of the place. It's hard to go through a day without remembering the impact that Colonel Bob Brewer had on this country. I will pass the sad news to the palace and President Ramos on Monday, and that's today. In Dad's last email to me, he closed with, quote, really, I have so much to be thankful for. You reap what you sow, and he sowed so many seeds of knowledge, encouragement, pride, and generosity. I wanted my own children to attend today so that they would see the impact that one man can have on so many lives. He made a difference in all of us. I'm so proud and so lucky to be his daughter. Thank you for your concern, your prayers, and your help and your attendance today.
I'm reading here in Alaska. My dad lived in interesting times and grew up in the Depression and fought in 3 wars, served his country on 3 continents, and gave service throughout his career. And after he retired, he gave service to his community, to his church. He gave so much to many people. I'd like to talk about some things he gave to me. My father gave me a love of life, a love of learning. First on say, a love of nature and the great outdoors, and a love of perseverance and a job well done. I remember a backpacking trip we took in June one year, and about 20 years ago. We went in from Fallen Leaf Lake and we're walking down the Rubicon, and the weather turned bad. In those days, it wasn't our custom to take tents. We took tarps, and we were camped by the side of the river at that time. And Dad took a look at the sky, which was still partly cloudy at that point. He says, "We better move up from the river and get under a tree because it looks like it's going to go bad." And I never knew how he knew it. Sometime in the middle of the night, the rain turned to snow. By the morning, we had 2 feet of snow on the ground, ice on the river, and no place to go. It was blowing hard, about 40 miles an hour. No way we were prepared for a full winter in the Sierra. But he never regarded it as anything but a challenge. He enjoyed every minute of it. He put us to work grabbing wet logs out of the river. We built a fire. We built a fire that was the size of this large area here. And we spent the entire day just reveling in the weather and enjoying every minute of it because we could cope. We could build this big fire. And we stayed alive through the day and through the night. And the next day we had full sun, warm weather, and beautiful snow, and a beautiful trip thereafter. And I'll always remember that and carry that memory with me. I think for me that sort of says what Bob was. Encouraging adversity, enthusiasm and passion in difficult times. And I'm so grateful for him. Thank you very much.
I'm Dave Pierce. My wife Jo is the few here. As many of you know about the roof, their concept of family is not limited by biology and genetics. Father Ruth adopted us and opened their hearts and family to us. When we met in 1969 in Thailand, over a couple of young swimmers named Jimmy and we had been married to July for 3 months. Papa and Ruth were our first friends as a couple. And we were very much grandparents to our children too. For over 27 years, Bob and Ruth of the Brewer Memorial Weekend have been models of marriage, love, commitment, faith, and duty for us, for our children, and for many others. Bob was a hero in many different areas, a true hero. He touched and guided the lives of more people than even he ever knew. He was always reaching for the better for himself.
I need you to write something.
Everybody around him. If each of us doesn't half as much or half as well as Grandpa Bob has, we too will live truly monumental lives and repay just a little bit of all the things that he has given to each of us.
3 images come to my mind about Bob Brewer. He loved Burnham Hill, of course, and those of you who were there to be with him know how much life he generated by being in those haunts. The first time he invited some of us to go cross-country skiing, I thought it would be a piece of cake to keep up with it. Boy, did I learn a lesson. So the second image of Bob has to do with the diocesan convention held in October of this year in Tonopah, which is an equally inconvenient place for everybody to get to in Nevada. And perhaps I have remembered the cross-country skiing incident because on the way out of Hawthorne, as we were heading up, my wife and I, Walker Lake, I saw Bob ahead of us and decided to pass him. I managed to do it, but I had that car floored. And as we passed and he waved, I thought how fitting he was sitting at the wheel of that vehicle in the beauty of God's creation, which he so dearly loved, a resolute person, a solitary person in many ways, heading down that stretch of highway with God's creativity bursting all around it. The other image I had was one that he shared with us here at church a while back of hiking in the high country. and having the experience, if I remember correctly, of a thunderstorm happening and Bob seeking shelter under a large rock. And somewhere in that experience, he talked about a tremendous eagle that swooped from high heights down and literally past him as he sought shelter under that rock. And he was as sure as I am that it was God's Holy Spirit. All the lives Bob has touched suffer a tremendous loss because of his absence from us. This parish church, which he loves so dearly and exemplifies such fine churchmanship, is something that is not replaced easily in our day. The family will miss him, you will miss him. All of you will have an opportunity after this formal service to share stories that you remember that are special to you with Ruth and the children or amongst yourselves. This morning I sat in my dentist chair. He's a Mormon. And when I told him of Bob's passing, because Ruth has taught his children music and he sought counsel with Bob on Boy Scout things. Some of you may be Mormons, but for those of us who aren't, what he said to me was so tremendously impressive, because he said, you know, there's work on the other side to be done. And Bob Brewer is doing that work. What a fine thing to say, and what a tribute to him. We shall miss him, but we shall wish him Godspeed. And if he puts on his skis in the life to come, I hope the Holy Spirit will be faster than I was. Now you turn in the prayer book to page 496.
No, I want to. You can put it back on the easel, make it easy.
Isn't that neat? Jimmy's idea. That was a great idea, Jimmy.
What idea?
Putting that picture together.
Oh, it was such good therapy. Look at that, the center of attention.
Yeah.
There he goes. Hi, Dad.
What?
Wish I knew you, then I would have fallen in love with you. Look at that guy. Look at all those varsity letters. And there he is, one of my favorite pictures. And that's Wheaton fly fishing in Colorado. He said that's awesome. That's definitely Colorado because all the trees are so tiny.
Yes. But who knows?
And there's Mom and Dad in Alaska. And there is, I'll have to make sure you've read this, but it explains the story of their life. And there's Dinky. We had to put Dinky on this one. And there's a picture of the refrigerator.
Yeah, in the middle, in the lower cabin, right?
Yeah, and that was sent to us by Betty, and on the back it says breakfast at Burnham Hill. And this is the last artwork that he did.
Well, one of the last.
Well, he was going to paint this, and he already did actually paint most of it on the refrigerator for Clark. And this is the 50th wedding anniversary. You can see Mom and Dad listening to us talk about them. Remember Wheaton? And then this is his contribution to the Boy Scouts and that golf tournament that he does every year. That's Woodhaven. Recognize that? That's I guess I put this up there because this is the first home that he ever owned in Bethesda. Wow, I love that house. Road Drive. There's his 101st Bolo, and there is that famous picture, Dirty Faces. There we go. And then down here we have Dad as a young man. Mom thinks he was about 19 there. And then up at the top here we have his medals. You know, Raquel, the star is sideways, Raquel.
Yes, somebody told me that.
This is the, here we go. Let me put this in focus.
But it's going to be
We had this photograph set up because we wanted you to know that we know you wanted to be here. We enjoyed doing this picture. We just grabbed a bunch of photos that were not yet in photo albums. I'm going to take this to Kinko's and make a copy and frame it for myself. If you'd like one, let me know. Just pictures at the hill. There's Dad. Dave and Joan family. This picture, this is the last supper that he had together with us at Thanksgiving. He looks so good. It was so nice that he was home for Thanksgiving.
Is this the Thanksgiving?
Yeah. And there you are, you guys. Oh, you'd enjoy that picture. And they see Mark Maxon in the background. He snuck into that picture. This was Mary's wedding. This is Madeline, Ginny, and Dad. That's my wedding, remember? You're one of the people that got Dad to come. You are the person that got Dad to come to that wedding. And there's young Jim. Look at that. That's when he had hair. And there's Lydia. And Father Edwards and DeWitt and Betty. I love Betty. I love DeWitt. There's, boy, that's Dad's family. Betty. And they're the Pierces again. And Mom and Dad on one of their camping trips. I think this is part of that golf tournament he's involved in. There's Betty and there's the choir. Choir again. There's Father Jeffrey. And there's Art. Art played at the memorial service. Hi, Art. Let's see. Grows a fish. Wish I had this on tripod because I think I'm shaking it too much. There's Dad with one of his fish, but there's Dad with there's Dad. I don't know what trip that is. And then there's Dad up there digging something up at Burnham Hill. This is the picture that's in the hallway, across from the bathroom upstairs. You know, the one that Raquel made. You all know this picture, don't you? You've seen this picture. Yeah.
It's freestyle. That makes more sense.
Dad's sniffing a tree.
I know. I've never seen her. But I don't know her.
Oh, this looks like might be here.
Is it? Well, maybe. I wonder where they got it from.
They're ours.
Yours? Okay.
I thought so. Yeah.
Right before you leave, I want you all to say hi to Nate.
Hi, Nathan.
Hi, Nate.
Hi, Nate.
Yeah, Nate, we really liked what you wrote.
Now you can say hi to Nate. Wait, let me get you in focus. Here, wait a second. There you go. Now you can say hello.
Hi, Nate.
Let me tape your tie. This
I'm gonna
is,
get my tie.
yeah. This is Dad and his John boat. We still don't know where the John boat is. What do you want to say, Mary?
I'm so glad the boys get to go to Friends School. I think it's a wonderful experience.
Yeah. Did you hear how they got in with some clout?
Yes, yeah. Always like to know we have a little clout somewhere.
You want to say hi to Nate? How about you, Week?
Hi, Nate.
Hi, Nate.
Hey, Nate.
Hi, Nate.
Sherry?
Hey, Judy.
What?
We've had something else to say.
What do you want to say?
Nate, I found a business card from Major Fidel Ramos.
Right
Give it.
here. Right here.
You got it?
Yeah, look at this.
What does
Here
it say?
It says, Major Fidel V. Ramos Infantry. It says, to Ruth and Bob, April 22, 1965. Congratulations. In the AFP, you have qualified for the Long Service Medal. Ming and Eddie.
Wow, what, let me see the front. Let me see the front. Major Ramos. Oh, well, but this is an incredible video camera. Let me
April
see.
22, 1965.
There, I got it in focus. Ooh, awesome. Oh, look at this wonderful group we have here. How about a song or something?
We got to get to Nate. Let's say hi to Nate. Bye, Nate.
Okay.
We have to say hi to Nate.
Say hi to Nate. Oh, look how cute you are, Karen.
Hi, Nate. And Anna, and Colin, and Graham.
Hi, Nate family.
We have a nice house now, so we can all come to visit.
Yeah. How would you like us all to come at once? How about that?
First electronic and then in person.
You're definitely going to have to arrange a tour bus.
Did you get some video of the
Yeah, I got all those pictures. Look at Madeline, boy, the youth of the family. Hi, Madeline. She's what they call her the wombat. And some good. What's the good news on the Duke and Peggy front, you guys? Want to tell them? Well, she's in the hospital. She has an epidural.
They had it. They had it.
How do you know?
They had it this morning.
No, she went into the hospital this morning. Okay, bye. Serious?
There's an ice rink.
The new one, yes. Right down there.
Outdoor or indoor?
It's right there. See it? It's right ahead.
Oh, I see it. Yeah, I can see it.
Oh, way over there. This zoom is pretty cool. It's 42 times.
Wow, that's impressive.
42 times.
Just don't zoom in my nose.
How about some nose hairs? No, we're trying.
Zoom in my face.
Actually, my nose is probably more like Bobby Brewer's than anybody's here.
Oh, let's look at this
Yeah,
nose.
see the Bobby Brewer nose?
We came back to Cape Town and it was warmer in Washington in end of November than it was when we left Cape Town at the beginning of the summer. I said, but this is...
You see what I did? Well, it's all about the tin. All we have to do is put the tin on.
Excellent.
What do you say to it? Says that's all you gotta say, hi? What day is it?
There's a number of I think what the other TB is the biggest problem. Would you like to sit down? You want to sit down?
The table's fine.
Well, the problem
Don't get up.
is
Sit down, Dave.
you've got Western standards sort of in the white and the colored areas.
I would have been in the back seat anyway.
No, the airbags would have saved them. Shall we say grace?
We're waiting for Ginny.
Jenny's
Oh, Ginny, you might have forgot the tripod.
I know.
I forgot the
Oh,
tripod.
that's all right.
I haven't tried to do it now.
Okay.
What are you doing?
You can lean against it.
Something special.
But wait a minute, it's not real till she makes it go.
Okay. Now you can say it.
Well, what I wanted to say is that I am so thankful that we have Daddy back with us again from the hospital. And we're thankful that he's recovering and hope that he will follow his doctor's instructions and not climb the hill too soon, too fast. And we have many, many more years left with our loving father.
And it's great having the whole family here, at least a lot of it. A good football game once done. Thanksgiving afternoon.
For those of the family who were not here, there are some letters coming from them.
Oh, really?
Yes. There is one here from Mary and David
Oh,
saying,
good. What a
congratulations.
blessing. We love you. Mary and David, great.
Okay, and these they will take a little bit longer. I could read it if you
Okay,
like.
good.
It says, Dear Bob and Ruth and the rest of the Brewer clan, there are lots of reasons for us to be thankful this Thanksgiving. A great many of them are sitting around your table. Bob, we are especially full of thanks and delighted that you are up and about and in great spirits. But then, that isn't exactly new of any of you, is it? See what you two started and are still nurturing, and others you can see electronically. We send our thanks, love, prayers, and affection far short of all we feel. Just a small down payment until we are face to face December 29th. Love always, Dave, Joel, Summer, and Holly. And the other one is way too long. It's from Nate.
Wow.
It's a long letter from Nate.
Oh, well, maybe we'll read that afterwards. Okay.
That'll be dessert.
How nice that he sent one. Okay, does anyone else have anything to add?
Well, I think God takes the good people first. And the bad ones he keeps around so they can remedy themselves.
Oh, dear. Please, everybody sit down. I'll pick it up.
From Southeast United States, it's about a guy named Evil Jack.
Yeah.
And he was so mean that the devil came to take him. He tricked the devil's 3 kids, and then he tricked the devil. And when he died, he went up to heaven, and St. Peter's wouldn't take him, so he went down to hell, and he was too mean to go to hell, and so the devil gave him a coal of his own and go start his own.
He gave him a call of his own?
Yeah, start his own hell.
Oh my gosh.
That's funny.
Okay, now these are the beautiful mashed potatoes and the dressing that we're not sure who the cook was. But
Okay.
this is Raquel's special yams with tangerine slices.
Well, actually, this time it's not Raquel's, it's Mom and Raquel's.
Oh, okay, well.
Oh,
Citrus.
I only boil the potatoes.
All right.
There you go. Let's see, I think that's everything, isn't it?
Boy, you know, I have to wear glasses to do this. Is it in focus?
Oh, you haven't pulled the lens out. Pull that thing out. Larissa, show her.
Wait.
Pull it out. Pull it. Pull it. Tirarlo.
Oh, then I can. Oh,
Then you
good.
can see.
Oh, I thought, boy, my eyes are bad.
We did
That's a lot better.
To the hospital to take a picture.
It's on top of.
Oh, that's much better.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have. I forgot my earmuffs.
You want to
So
have?
silly.
Oh, you got a hood.
I should bring my gloves from the car. Do you
No,
have the
that's
car
fine.
keys? Would you get my gloves from the middle of the road, middle compartment?
I'll say hello.
Plastic bag and takes the clothes.
Oh, thank you.
I like the sky.
Oh my gosh.
Isn't that a beautiful sky?
It's so
Sorry.
cold.
Easier than really.
Yeah, they can come in half an hour.
Oh boy. Let's see by.
What is it?
It's very small too. It's smaller than it.
Dead dog. Oh, your tail's moving. Stay. Stay. That's not a dead dog. Stay. Oh, that's good.
She's a talented dog.
Report.
Gosh, this is like this.
Report.
Give me a high five. Come on. High five.
He's working on that one.
High five. Oh, yeah, high five. Oh, good. Good. Roll over. All the way. All the way. Yes. Oh,
Oh, wow. Well, Dejo's just as good at that.
see this?
She snaps to it. Though.
See this? Right here? Here. You want that? That's music teacher's chow. That's Navy chow. That's the United States Marine Corps chow. That's Coast Guard chow. That's Army chow. Catch.
Catch up. That's about it, folks.
You should do one for the open door and shut door.
Yeah, we're working on it.
We tried. That's
She's not ready to quit though.
Did she open the door?
Yeah, she opens the door, all right.
Where do you keep your boat, Dad?
Well, at the hill in the summertime, and I keep it in somebody's yard over here in the wintertime. I used to keep it in a storage thing, but I'm paying less in somebody's yard here, so, and it's easier to get to. But I'm getting so many things on it that I'm wondering if I'm going to sink. My next acquisition is a fish finder.
Oh, that's cheating. Yeah, that's not fair. Do that.
Yeah, you have to know what depths they are. That's the trouble in these lakes.
You want to be certain to find fish. There's a store called Safeway there.
That's a good one. There you go.
I have a friend that puts the fish finder on his float tube when he fishes out at Pyramid. He can actually see the fish that he's going for, you know.
Yeah. It becomes target practice.
That's more like hunting then.
Gotta get one of those GPS things too.
Yeah. Well, I've got a downrigger that I can fish down 20, 30, 40, 50 feet. A lot of times when you're trolling in the summertime, you have to go down for that depth because they don't come. They stay. Rainbow trout like 56 degrees, and brown and brookies like 59 degrees. And I've got a temperature thing too that I take temperatures and find out where the gradients are.
Well, it's not that hard. It's a thermometer.
But-
It's not a big deal.
And what about cutthroat? What are they like?
I don't know. I don't know.
John, you're a fisherman, aren't you?
But they like cold water too.
Yeah, but I just go after them in any
The
water.
cutthroat
He's
that
not
I
a
was fishing
scientific
for in the
person.
still water
You know, in those little creeks.
were very lethargic.
Cutthroat don't fight well.
It was 15 inches long. I caught this thing right there by the camp,
Yeah,
and he might as well have been an 8-incher in the way he fought.
Yeah.
He was just lazy.
Cutthroat or not.
Our last lake up in the Wind Rivers in Wyoming, Wheat was real mad at me because he wanted to go back 5 miles to a stream that he knew were some nice rainbows. And I was kind of tired and I didn't want to do that. And he indicated that I was a wimp that didn't want to take any fish home to the family and so forth. Well, after dinner, I went to the lake that we had just come past. We'd walked past this lake, and there wasn't a sign of a fish anywhere on the lake, nowhere. And at 6, 7 o'clock, I went up there, and if I had a camera, I could have caught 100 fish in the air at the same time. And so I went up there and called Christopher, and he went up there, and we caught our limit right there in that little lake right behind our camp.
Were they rainbows?
They're all cutthroat.
Oh.
And they're
We
not
got-
as good tasting.
We got some golden on that trip too.
Oh yeah, we did. But the fish that we brought home were mostly mostly cutthroat. At least the ones I brought home.
And you didn't think the flavor was good?
No, I think they're greasier.
I think they are. They're oily.
You mean there's more fat in them, or they
Yeah.
taste greasy?
I didn't notice.
Yeah, but below the surface grease layer that's larger than trout. But they were good. You wouldn't say they were bad. But the best tasting fish, bar none, is the golden trout. You can eat that raw. You have a little teriyaki sauce and a toothpick.
I don't recommend it.
But it's delicious eating fish.
Why?
I don't know.
There are things you
Little
get
parasites
from
in there,
raw.
Well, Irene, I want to change the subject and go back to Nancy. What time did she go to the hospital?
Handlebars and rode off.
That probably means no harm, no foul.
Yeah.
What happened when the pig got hit? Did they get mad at you or?
No, we didn't stop.
You don't stop.
It was total.
Sometimes you can get into trouble when
No,
you stop.
it was total. and most disgusting parts of the pig was on the underside of my car. Took him a lot of wash and spray to clean that place up. It was a British Land Rover, so it was a really solid car.
Yeah, with the Land Rover, said I ran over a dog. Too. I couldn't stop. It was down a hill, and this dog came across, and it seemed like as soon as I was about to hit him, instead of running to the other side, he just stopped there and looked at me. And looked, and as I was going to hit him, and I tried to put the brake on, and I couldn't, because if I had, we would have gotten off the side of the road.
Yeah.
And I hit the dog right as he was looking at me.
Yeah. Well, it's important not to swerve because you don't know where that car is in the other lane.
Right.
You know.
Well, this was a one lane in each direction,
Okay.
but still, I mean, it was like, you know those curves going down to Villeta, the very, very curvy roads in
Yeah,
Colombia?
sure.
They're very
Oh,
narrow.
yeah,
You hit anything on the side and you're off,
Yeah.
off the road.
I'll never forget, we were driving down behind a truck, and right in front of us, a great big green snake was on the road, and the truck ran over it, and everybody in the truck jumped out, and I went, "Try to see that snake?"
Poor snake.
They hate that color snake. It was a green mamba or something, but they're phobic about it.
Well, everybody jumped out of the bus to.
Out of the truck.
They see a snake and people are...
In Colombia, they hate snakes. Like.
Why?
They have a phobia.
It's because of,
Because there are so many poisonous snakes in Colombia. Like, there's more of them there than anywhere else in the world, practically.
So they just hate all snakes.
And so, yeah, it's pretty healthy phobia, actually, when you think about it.
They stay alive.
But it was
You
so
don't ask
funny
the
because
snake.
it was obvious that the snake was dead, but everybody got their cut at the snake.
Everybody has to do this.
It's your fault if you're an
No
American.
matter
in
what
general,
happens,
no matter
your
what
fault.
happens. And there's been some really sad experiences when the Americans would stop to help, and then they would
Get
all
accused.
Oh, how
His
awful.
family really had a serious problem. But then there was in Thailand, remember that there was a man killed at an intersection, and so the next, I don't know, day or so, the family paid for the monks to come down and
Yeah.
sit and do their chanting
Exercise.
right there. To
What are monks?
oh, they're like priests in the Buddhist church. Only they're not really priests. They're sort of some of them are priests. Some of them are head monks.
They're holy people.
But they're holy people. They're all holy people. That's a good way to put it. And they say the prayers that are necessary to say to make people either better or to send them to heaven or.
Well, one of our friends had a car that was in the shop for repairs, and after the repairs were done, the guy in the shop took it for a run and killed somebody. And he was getting ready to go home, and he tried to sell the car, and nobody would buy it because it had bad pee. A pee is the name of in Thailand, the name of a spirit. And so that car had bad spirit, and he had to take the car to the next county to sell it, where they didn't know that this car had done a bad thing.
Very superstitious people. Tell them about how the gardener's radio was stolen in his hut, and he.
What was that?
Yeah.
Was that in the hut in his hut?
Yeah, his radio, his transistor radio, his only real possession, only modern possession. His radio was stolen. He came ranting and raving outside his hut about how it was stolen, and then everybody in the little town came up and moved the hut about 100 feet or something.
Oh, that's right.
Because he figured it was bad spirits.
They lifted up and moved it to
They lifted up the house and moved it over. They just moved it over just a little way. But they figured the house was probably on top of bad, spirits that they caused the bad luck to
they're
occur.
wonderful people, but they're also, it's really funny. We got a lot of flat tires, and so Ruth went down. It was up a little country road. We had a very nice house, but there were peasant houses on the road down to where it was paved. And Ruth figured that there were nails in the road, and she went down there and she started picking them up. And somehow she learned that what the people were saying is, why is that rich lady picking up nails? She doesn't have to do that. She can afford to buy new ones.
Well, we could see them occasionally. They would move a house from one side of the road to the other side, and you know very well the nails were just dropped everywhere. So we were the ones that suffered because nobody else had a car.
And every Christmas, we'd get Wheaton dressed up as Santa Claus or something, and distribute gifts, little candies and stuff to the kids up and down that street.
Actually, it was Mickey Mouse and
Mickey Mouse and
Rabbit Who Was Late.
the Rabbit Who Is Late.
The rabbit
White
was
rabbit.
late.
White Rabbit.
Oh, the white rabbit.
There were just two costumes we had, huh?
Well, it was just one graduated
Big
into
paper
another.
mache, a head after another, just changed the ears and nose.
Those were big hits.
But you could see the people just waiting. When are those people going to start giving out gifts? See, Christmas means nothing to them, but they knew it meant something to us, and so they would stand around on one foot and the other, waiting for us to do something. But giving is a big thing in Thailand.
You know, when you have a birthday, you give gifts away in Thailand.
In a lot of places overseas.
It's not just Thailand?
No, even the Philippines too. And they'll even designate a person to be the birthday person, and he has to give gifts to everybody.
It's been fun.
Have you seen the baby yet?
At the Holding Park.
You saw the baby.
People's email addresses included in the family group name. And then you could have different groups. But let's start with that.
Come on, Dinky.
Now,
Go ahead.
was this for your infantry training? It must have been.
Very good. I think that's how we should open this picture. No, we should close it. The end.
Stop.
I'm embarrassing Shannon. I am officially embarrassing Shannon.
No, you're not. You're just dumb.
Did I embarrass you guys like this? Or no? Hey, Jim, say hello to the camera.
I don't forget cherry pie.
Oh yeah, I remember cherry.
Say hello, Karen. Say hello, Grandma. There you go. Hi, Shannon.
You're awful close to Shannon.
Just held this leg in.
I think.
Now, keep your eyes open, because there are lots of Indian artifacts.
How come my date won't work?
You'll find red shirt, chips, and even nothing. We'll be finding them.
It's like my...
Pretty with the moon up there.
Say hello, Mom.
One came and landed on the book here and came over and pecked my fingers. Hey.
Look at.
What are you talking about?
Food. Yeah.
Hi, I want some food.
I read a book on how to feed wild birds, and they said, this guy in Maine said he had found that the chickadees like Cheez-Its. And so I tried that here, and they're just crazy about Cheez-Its here, too.
Well, these were cheese crackers. I think they're
No, Cheez-Its.
I thought Cheez-Its were those puffy little things.
Nope.
No, those
Cheez-Its.
are-
You got me Cheez-Its the last time.
Cheez-Its are little crackers. They're
Yeah.
square
Yeah.
orange things.
Yeah.
You're thinking of what?
Yeah. Beautiful meadow.
Yeah, these are penstemon. I think these were.
This is a ranger button.
Range button.
So
Ranger buttons.
Ranger button.
They seem to bloom for a long time.
This is a
spearmint.
It has a square stem.
Yeah, it is kind of. All mints have sort of that same stem. They're about.
Yeah, it has a mint smell too.
Yeah.
A mint odor.
That's a pretty back.
Pictures than that.
This is Scarlet Gilia. Okay, this is Queen Anne's lace.
Come on. Daisies.
Repeat.
Master daisy.
Okay, also known as asters. A bear was here, but he pulled that log over because you can tell because no man would do that. He was looking for grub.
Yeah, and that's what they do commonly. You see that over and over again. Their main diet is bugs, and then in the fall berries, and around cabins with garbage.
Here is squaw's blanket,
Oh, this is because of the bear?
right?
No, that's squaw's mattress.
Oh, squaw's blanket. What's the difference between?
The blanket is softer and lower to the ground.
Oh, so this is the box springs.
Yeah, so
Yeah, I took a picture of the log.
you can't see.
This is the bear's track. See, I have.
Wednesday night I saw a beautiful moon come up there.
I don't want to run out of battery before we get to the top.
Oh, you better not.
Mom, when that was, it seems like yesterday. It wasn't though, huh?
No. Now you see these clumps of trees around here?
Yeah.
There's a clump here and a clump here and a clump here. What happens is that the Clark's nutcracker during the summer collects up to 50,000 seeds each summer, and he makes caches so that in the wintertime he can dig them up and stay up here. But of course he forgets, and those caches turn into clumps of trees.
Oh.
A lot of times in the high Sierra you see a clump of tree right on the face of a cliff. How did seeds get way up there? And it was the bird that did it.
First time Brewer family's ever been here was 1966. Rob and Nate discovered this.
That's what we call a discrete group of chips, meaning that some Indian sat here and chipped these things off a point that he was going to use.
So what's it called?
A discrete group. Group of chips, see that?
Yeah.
Now, the animals, whether they're deer or bighorn sheep, in the springtime would come over those passes to go to the grass, and in the fall they would leave here and go back down because they knew this was going to get covered with snow. So this was a favorite place to hunt, and I found nice points here and over there. Over there I found a basalt Martis point, which is 5,000 years old. Mom was with us when we found that.
How did you know the age?
Because of the typology. The type of point is very characteristic of a certain group of Indians that inhabited this area, and we know they inhabited it about 5,000 years ago. And those points are identifiable by the shape and the material they use. As the years went by, Indians found different materials and made different shaped poles.
Okay, this is what?
Buckwheat.
And you can eat it like cereal. You really can?
Yep. See the deer eat it. Yeah.
Look at that smog line in my clothes.
Hard to keep the camera steady in this one. Yep. Take a picture of Grandpa over there, Shan. Right. Well, say something about how this whole thing started in '66 or something for the sake of the camera.
This is a family tradition, climbing this bunch of basalt. The first in the family to climb it were Robbie and Nathan Brewer in 1966. This is 1996, so this is the 30th anniversary of this tradition.
Take a picture, it's a good shot of this.
And here's one written July 3rd, 1988.
Oh, there's a plane above it.
And I hardly can read it.
Can't see it.
Happy Independence Day. What a better way to celebrate. Carl somebody. Anyway, over here it's 10/26/85. Gorgeous day. Sunny, warm, with the first heavy snow covering Squaw and Granite Chief peaks. But this is 10/26. This is the 26th of October.
Yeah.
Wow. 5-6 more weeks. I love skiing. I came up with See, other people have found this place that we don't even know about.
Take your camera down so it's empty. got a picture of the two of you with that background.
Okay, now I recognize my printing.
Fix your hair. It's blowing in the wind.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
I'd like something to drink.
Sit over there.
I think this is Wheaton's writing, July 4th, 1982. Once again, on to the world of Chapped Lip chimneys. I just started, I can't read that.
I have my finger in my nose,
And
Jim.
experience the security and the stark terror of doing something I've never done before. It's hard work, but hopefully with practice, I'll get less nerve-wracking. That's not Wheaton. Yes, it is. Good to be back up here, though. Kathy couldn't make it this year, though we did many 5-day trips in June to the Rubicon. And please excuse the handwriting, but I'm practicing to be a doctor. I'm also freezing as there's a chill wind. See you later, same place, another time. Wheaton Brewer. This is an incredible experience. Michelle Livingston, whoever that is. Okay, on this day, I'm inspired to think good for putting this mountain here. God for putting this mountain here. To thank Wheat for bringing us up here, and to declare that I love Michelle Livingston, Mark Tracy. That's who it is. This is from Bob Brewer Sr., 24 June 1984, almost 2 years later. W.H. Beat, Kathy, married 3 June, Wheat, MD from Davis. Out roaming today, I was up here alone. Out roaming today, H2O, too high still for fishing. Found an ambush site just below south end of Chapped Lip, just below north end of Chapped Lip chimneys. Oh, it gets right down there. That's when I found that ambush site. I found another one over here. I'll show you, take it to you. Followed huge black bear up west slope through a notch at the north end of Chapped Lip chimneys. His hind left paw print measured almost 9 inches across. Found broken red shirt arrow points just beyond the north side of the same notch. My foot's going to sleep. Rob due back in the U.S. today. Nate and Anna are expecting a boy in November. I could read on and on.
Yeah, what'd you do with it?
I put it in Mom's hands.
Oh, okay. Jen, can you give me the Chapped Lips stick?
I have something here. Do you like that?
She's got it.
Do you like
She's got it.
That'll.
Anybody want to write a note? I have pen and pencil. Pen's probably better because it lasts longer.
Yeah.
Somebody want
Write
to
a note, Karen. It's the first time you've been up here.
Yet another lousy day in paradise. This is Bob Brewer here in 6/7/86 on a cool day, snow all around. In fact, the rocks are so cold I'm
First of September, 9/1. Is it? 96. Yeah.
1st of September. We made it through another summer.
Here's from Ginny Flayhive. August 6, 1980.
Before Shannon was born.
Love it. Especially super to bring Jim up here for his first view from Chapped Lips. He got one going this AM and on a tough run. I'm going to be skinny again someday.
Oh my God. There's no question who wrote that.
A few more chores getting up here. Jenny B. Fleahide. If this is...
How embarrassing.
That's your trademark.
Oh, yes, she says, if this is Chapped Lips, the way up is hamstring stretch. That's Jim wrote that.
I don't remember when you wrote that.
Here's from the Bartletts.
It'd be horrible if some of that blew down, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Well, I took it all down and Xeroxed it once. Of course, there's a lot of new things here.
Every time people come up here, they leave notes, Karen. 10, 20 years from now, you're going to come up and read the note you wrote.
End of a great summer.
So
of
write
96.
something. Write how
Ginny,
you...
Jim, Shannon, Karen, Dinky Dow.
What year is this?
This is, Mom just wrote that.
Oh.
Warm and breezy, but so very, very clear after all the smoke from the fires.
Right, so how you won the rough water swim, Karen. First
In
place.
the pentathlon.
And you won the pentathlon. Did you beat Jamie? Did she beat that girl?
Kissy would not have beat her, but she was in a different division.
Oh, but Kissy wouldn't have beat her?
No. She beat Kissy.
Kissy, that's a cute name.
Yeah.
Is that her name?
Kiss
That's
me.
her last name.
Kiss me.
Her first name is Jamie.
Jamie, kiss me.
Kiss me.
How do you pronounce it, Karen? Kissy.
But Karen would have beat her
Ruth Brewer,
anyway.
1978. Gosh.
Oh. 78.
Yeah.
Long time ago.
Alaska, here we come. But this year's trips have been good too. Granite Chief with Mark and Ginny Hardy, ages 8 and 10. Rubicon at Ruby Lakes
8 and 10.
on skis. Powderhorn. On the way up today, saw fresh mountain lion pug marks. Saw 2 golden eagles. A week ago, a big black bear at Burnham Hill on June 30th. Now I see humongous thunderstorms over Lake Tahoe coming this way. Gotta go. New can smell of terps was one of my art supplies, but decided I could paint this Bob Brewer.
So did you get caught in that storm?
No.
Boy, there are a lot of notes in there.
It just goes on and on.
Oh, there's a pencil.
Yeah.
You might need another tablet.
So sometimes you hear from people that are not related to us.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of fun. They're related in the fact that they like to climb mountains.
Look at all that.
Yeah. Well, let me...
Karen has a note. She's got.
Yeah.
I'd like to write a note too.
Do you want to know the names of the
Yeah,
mountains around
yeah.
here?
Tell me everything.
Okay.
Wait, maybe I should put my telephoto lens on here. So don't say anything.
To the left.
Okay, wait a minute. That's Lion Creek right there.
Lion
okay,
Peak.
Lion Peak.
L-Y-O-N.
Okay, pan to the left.
And then you pan to the left, and that knob is Needle Peak.
Uh-huh.
And Needle Lake is between us and Needle Peak.
Okay.
And then we come left to bumps, and the highest point there, in fact the highest point around here, is Granite Chief.
The one that's kind of orangish?
No, to the left of the oranges.
Oh.
It's higher, see?
The higher, okay. That's what we see when we pass
Yeah. That's Granite
from
Chief.
Truckee, right?
Yeah. No, we don't see, you're thinking of Tinker Knob.
Oh.
Well, that's on the other side of it. That's Granite Chief.
All right.
All right, now panning to the left still more. That's Emigrant. That's the edge of the Squaw Valley ski slope. And you can see some of the ski runs to the left of that coming down. That's into Shirley Lake.
Okay.
And those are blue slopes. And your mom skied down that steepest one this last year.
Oh, wow.
And then beyond those ski slopes is Squaw Peak itself.
That's where I
Now panning to the left some more, and you'll see Twin Peaks.
Yeah.
And beyond Twin Peaks is the Crystal Range. That's on the other side of the Rubicon.
Why is there a lot more snow over there?
Well, that's on the east side and north side, where it and they're pretty high. And just beyond Twin Peaks is Mosquito Pass, where you and I and Nate and Wheaton and I guess Robbie came through from Lake Aloha, and we walked all the way to Squaw. Remember that trip? And to the left of Twin Peaks and beyond are two peaks. One's Jack and one's Dick. Don't ask me which is which, because I can never remember. Well, I know they're both there, but I don't know which one is it. And then sweeping more to the left, that high thing overlooking Lake Tahoe is Mount Talac.
Is that the high one in the distance, or the more?
No, the high one in the distance. Then we sweep over Lake Tahoe, and we get to the highest point in Lake Tahoe. It's Friel's Peak. It's not very much fun to climb. It's all this pumice rock, and when you get up there, there's a radar thing on the top. You don't think you
don't feel like
yeah.
What that looks like that must be 1,000 feet higher than this.
Yeah, I think it is. And that's all Heavenly Valley Ski Resort up there. To the left of Friel's Peak, that's Heavenly Valley Ski Resort.
Which is the South Lake, South Lake Resort.
And then sweeping along Lake Tahoe, that low pass there, that's where that's Spooner Summit, where Highway 50 goes through. One of the great immigrant routes.
Now 50 goes, is that the one that goes over past Mount Rose?
No, that's the one that goes into Carson City. You sweep left again, and in the foreground here you see a nice symmetrical peak. That's Mount Watson.
across the lake.
Right here, on this side, yeah. And then you
Mount
sweep
Watson.
Mount Watson, yeah.
Right there.
Right there. And then in that nice little smooth valley right in the middle is Watson Lake. Watson was a pioneer guy here. Bob Watson was his name. And then you see the ski runs there, that's North Star. And I took Mom to the top of North Star at least once, maybe twice, 3 times this last winter. Now beyond North Star, you can see some mountains in there. That's where you go across Mount Rose Ski Resort and down into Reno from Incline Village.
And you walked from there.
Yeah, I've walked, well, over here is Mount Rose, and I've walked from Mount Rose. I climbed Mount Rose just the other day. Saw a black bear and a cub, saw a buck and a doe, and saw a golden eagle. Wow. And I've walked from Reno across those hills all the way in here. Now to the left, the big meadow is Martis Valley. It used to be a ranch called Martis Ranch. That's how it gets its name. We don't know what the Indians were called that used to inhabit this area about 5,000 years ago or 3,000 years before Christ, but we call them Martis Indians just after the name of this place. Then you can see Highway 80. Down there to the left of this nose, you can see through the trees that straight line.
Yeah.
That's Highway 80. And those are Verdi Peaks and Ladybug Peaks and Crystal Peak overlooking Verdi. Now, to what?
That lake way over there.
Yeah, that's Stampede.
Oh, there is a lake.
It's a reservoir.
Reservoir.
But it's a lake.
Yeah, and you can see that low pass to the left, to the right of Stampede.
Yeah.
Well, that's the way that the wagon trains came for 2 or 3 decades. They didn't come up the Truckee River after the first ones because they found that too rocky for the oxen and the horses. And so they found a way through it. That's called the Dog Valley route. And you can still see the tracks of the wagons in the meadows there. Now coming back all the way over here, you can see Castle Tracks. That's Tinker's Knob. Now Tinker was a mule skinner that used to drive a wagon from Truckee to Soda Springs. And everybody liked him, but he had a wart on the end of his nose. And when he died, they named that peak after his wart. Tinker's Knob.
Forever be remembered in time.
Is that about it?
On a clear day, you can see Mount Lassen from here, but you couldn't today. It's too smoky.
Okay, now.
And we've even seen the Coast Range from here.
We live? Okay.
Okay, everybody wave at the camera.
Everybody wave.
Wave at the camera, everybody.
Wave, wave, Dinky. Dinky's waving. Dinky, stop.
I think you ought to put that scarf on.
She's all right. She's just...
Okay, go ahead. You were up here one time.
Yeah, and I saw 2 marks like this. What was it that I saw?
2 marks like that.
What do you think that was?
I don't know.
A helicopter.
Oh, it had landed right here?
Yeah.
Oh, they were.
You're right.
Uh-oh, you got one.
That's the little Dinky tracks, I think.
Who's got my camera, by the way?
It's in the back of this path.
Ah,
Well, fortunately, my camera wasn't in there.
did you push this close? No, it wasn't tight.
I never drank it.
No.
There was a container for this. Is it in there?
Oh boy. Well, maybe it's in
Oh,
the
Jim's
other
got it.
group, Yeah.
Jim's got it. What are you doing up there, Shan?
This is about where I didn't know it was here. But I saw the bear tracks, and it came straight up to this place, and I said, that up there doesn't know it. He can't get up that. arrowhead chip,
Oh.
broken arrowheads on the far side. It's right there.
You left
right through there.
And there were some arrowhead chips over here too?
Well, broken ones on the far side. So you can see how
I
an
can see.
Indian could hide up here, and as the game came through, he could shoot at them.
Oh, perfect. Lichen?
Yeah, see right here. Look at that orange lichen.
Lichen on Mars?
They think it could be.
Wow.
You see the lines along the
Yeah,
slope?
yeah. What does cause it?
Can you guess?
Hold on. Wind.
No. See all the lines on the slope over there?
Motorbike.
No.
What causes it?
Sheep.
Wow.
Sheep.
Boy, they're all over. They come right up to the top, don't they?
Yeah. All right, now, the level we're at right here, in the past there, you see those knobs?
Yeah.
Little knobs? Those are hunting blinds. And the Indians would hide behind them. When the game came across, they'd shoot them. And I found arrowheads right there. I've left them there. And there's lots of chips, too.
Yeah, I need another one because that wasn't on tape. Here we go. Oh, what a shot. Cool.
Jen, how did you know where to go to the car? By this cliff here?
Yeah. I think we've parked here before.
Oh.
Parked here with Mom. No, I liked it when you were sitting giving him a hug.
Yeah, that was pretty easy. That's the I've gotten into the hikers.
Get that camera away.
Hi. Karen, wave at the camera. Hello, everybody.
Where the deck is rolled down by the house.
decorated when I sing. Candles on top.
Really?
And when Marty tried to cut it, you know, he goes down and nothing happens and nothing happens and nothing happens. And then she finally gives up. You know, tells her. That is the ultimate fruitcake. I don't imagine this is good for this city.
I don't think it'll hurt anything.
Well,
After the bear is
Oh.
really
The bear, this
bit
is the
on it.
older.
Let's hear it, Clarky. Uh-oh, she's shaking. What's the matter with you?
We get one
you?
new one each year after
How,
they keep
Beth?
the head, but we've got to replace these.
The camera. No. Come here, sweetie. I didn't realize you were afraid. Come here. Hi.
What's he afraid of?
I don't know. Out of here, sweetie. Let's go.
Tell them to stop popping those
Don't pop
balloons.
the balloons.
Oh,
Should have seen her when Mike...
She'd have trouble down where we live. Disneyland fireworks would freak her out every night.
She'd go nuts.
Dickie can't stand thunder, and I mean thunder 10 miles away.
She comes down and hides under the piano bench.
She's not going to be happy when we go in shooting this afternoon?
Clark, may I have my bath towel? Okay. All right, we'll head.
Behind you, pop a bag and see what happens.
If I could only have my two
Because these things are not like...
I don't know. She never is like, she cannot stand it.
You're too...
Ow!
Hey! Boy. The other dogs around, will they start a riot? No.
What is that? You want that apple?
Never seen a whole one.
Maybe
before.
it's too big. It's not an apple core.
You want that? Okay, we're gonna go to the river. Just hold your hands.
You mean I've got to go down and
He
cut
just
it
put his
up?
front two paws in.
Here, you want that?
Ah! Trout, come. Trout.
She's still gonna take it.
Trout, come here.
He's trying to get the little blue dip in the water.
How'd you come up with the name Trout?
It's a fish. Golden trout.
Here. No, Mom. No,
And it's interesting, Jenny, that the Latin name for golden trout is Salmo clarki.
Serious?
Who is called?
She thought I was going to make this. Forget it.
Oh, dang. It feels like it's gonna pop.
Don't scare the dog.
The dog laughed a long time.
Okay. Oh, no. That's why it's easier to have the skinnier balloons. Because then your hands can get around them much easier.
Oh gosh.
I am going to have a heart attack before this is over.
It doesn't take me this long, usually.
And the top's all green.
I hope it doesn't pop.
Oh god.
Oh, then what do you do? Gosh! Well, how do you get that little knob up through on the... You have to squeeze something through there some... Ah!
That one wasn't very good because the pedals aren't the same.
That's good enough
You
for me.
better not have her undo it again, right?
And how do you get the...
Two are defective, you guys.
Yeah. How do you get
What
the...
if this one's defective? I'll show you.
I can't wait.
It's not as,
Scary?
Yeah.
Life-threatening?
too.
We don't have any more balloons?
We can use it. Let's knock that on the tip.
It's attacking!
Oh, how do you do that? Usually it takes me like, ouch, my fingers. And go like this. This is how you make the stem, the little flower that I mean the petal. Or what do you leaf.
Leaf.
Here, you can do this.
I don't think so.
Watch, I'll just watch. Just watch.
Okay.
Just fit it through one of the sides of the petals.
Holes on that thing.
This is harder than that.
So cute.
Ah!
And you squeeze into
No, I don't think so.
Look how cute.
It's all over.
Look at that. That was so painful. Ah, don't be making his hair thing any bigger. Isn't that cool?
It'll probably deflate on the top. Watch, it's doing it right now.
Oh.
Why?
Is there a hole?
No, it's just the air just goes back in. Just push it along.
Oh, yeah, sure. This thing pops in my hand. I will be dead on the
Wait,
floor.
let me see if it's okay. You have your own flower and everything. Without any chlorophyll?
I can't believe Shannon thought I could make this myself.
No, you can. I didn't even make it the first time. I just watched her, and you'll figure it out. And it's cool. It looks like sausages.
I know what I'm gonna buy you for Christmas, Nancy.
They come with a video too. You can actually find a video.
No, I want these two girls to. Next year, I want the parrot sitting on the. I told Shannon already.
I want to make it better.
Sounds beautiful. Have you enjoyed? Do you like Manhattan Sounds for Betty?
I do.
Yeah, I haven't heard a lot of them, but what I hear, I like.
Did my parents go to bed already?
Yeah, that's a better
This is
proportion.
staying inflated, isn't it?
Duke and Peggy?
No, they're off to some wedding or something.
So how's Duke? So you're missing the good stuff. Okay. Now just go ahead and keep it. So here, now Now we've got the Squaw Valley turnoff. There's the 7-Eleven, and right?
Look for the Olympic rings.
Look for the Olympic rings and read the sign Squaw Valley, Shannon. And welcome to Squaw Valley, USA. Okay, watch for snow removal equipment.
Now you can come up here.
Okay, look for the...
There's the start of the wall.
And what I do, I usually let cars that are
Let
right
cars
behind
go by first, so you can stay on the right.
Okay.
Some of the rocks have come down already. They're going to have to come up and
I can
replace
see.
them. See the fence all the way along.
They built that fence, huh?
Yeah,
It's pretty nice.
Okay, the river's going to be on your left here.
There's a Burnham Hill sign.
This is hard to do.
have to come down
Here,
here.
see it.
Okay, go up the hill. And get, now let me do Dinky.
Okay, turn it off
There's
now.
Dinky's
You don't
butt.
want to get Lenny's cabin.
There's my boat.
Oh, there's his boat. And then the road's nicely paved for a while. Now we got bumpy road. My stabilizer, I'm sure, doesn't work very well at this point. There's Lenny's cabin
There's
off
a
to
little
the,
snow I was telling
to the
you
right.
to see.
Now see the
Little
snow
snow
over
up here. And here we.
There's Weed's
Here's your
car.
parking lot.
Oh, he drove it. Oh, he ran it.
Yeah, he ran it. He's out at the pool.
Jeez. And here we are. Takes about that long. I didn't even turn it off. And we didn't turn off the camera since we left Squaw, did we?